think I'm better than you. Nah, I'm just icy. Stand 10 toes and paint, the haters try to indict me. Try to throw their hands up and they try to fight me. And I can't let you take my life. Think I'm better than you. Nah, I'm just icy.
The abandoned hospital. Sup? Yo. Thought I heard somebody knocking for a second. What the hell? See? I don't got time for the bullshit.
I received a call the other day at work from an old high school buddy who I hadn't seen for several years.
Right.
He asked how I was doing, to which I gave him a standard answer. Work was fine, family are well. And then I inquired as to how he was doing. He said he was doing well. And then we went on to talk in detail about old times.
Right.
The one thing we spent the most time talking about, though, was when we were seniors and the night before the big game.
Mm-hmm.
My buddy and I were two of the best players on our school's basketball team. We had made it all the way through the playoffs and into the final. After our last training session before the big game, we were both really nervous and couldn't sleep. We'd been messaging each other through the night and decided to head out for a walk together, rather than lie in bed idle with our minds racing. We met on an overpass that was equidistant from our homes. It was near an old abandoned hospital that hadn't been occupied for several years, since it had been condemned for significant structural issues.
Wow.
It had fallen into complete disarray and was now a refuge for the homeless and the stray. We talked about what the future would hold if we played well tomorrow. College scouts may pick us up, and then we would be set.
Y'all gotta talk like that fucking close to the hospital? Y'all gotta be like right there. First of all, out of all of the things that we've been through, right? Out of all the things that we have talked about, all the things we've experienced, done together, it was a lot. It was a lot, okay? You want to talk about this cluck. I spit. I saw it. I spit. You want to talk about this cluck experience. You want to talk about this fuck experience. Okay. Out of all the things that we've been through, you want to talk about this. I told you. When that happened, that was that. Like, we should never talk. We agreed on it. We pinky promised that we're never going to talk about this. In which no matter how long it's been, I don't care if it's been 30 years from now, we should never talk about this. But look, you want to bring up fucking cluck experience and shit. Here we go. Here we go! I'm not gonna lie, that shit hurt the hell out of my throat.
That all he wanted was to get a scholarship into medical school, as it was his dream of becoming a surgeon. I just wanted to play ball. That's all.
Oh yeah?
After talking for around an hour, a light went on in the abandoned hospital building behind us, followed by some faint yet chilling crying and screaming.
Time to wrap up this conversation. It's time to wrap it up.
We both couldn't just stand still and listen to this.
Yeah, haul ass.
So we decided to go and investigate.
Oh my God.
Was this a good idea?
No.
Well, keep listening and you tell me.
I can tell you right now it's not a good idea.
We went up to the top floor and found the room with the light on. The screams had stopped, however, we were still feeling very uncomfortable as to what we might find. So I grabbed a pipe, and my buddy a piece of wood as makeshift weapons in case we needed to defend ourselves.
Oh, yeah?
Or rescue someone.
Oh.
We entered the room, and as we did, the place went completely dark. I called out to my friend, who called back, and then the room changed.
Oh, God!
It was terrifying.
The bullshit!
It went from being the abandoned room with broken glass and debris strewn everywhere to what looked like an old operating theater.
The bullshit is real.
No one was there that we could see. It was just us and this creepy, old and cold room. We were both bewildered as to where it had come from and what it all meant. Moments later, my buddy screamed out as his ankle gave way and he fell to the ground in excruciating pain. He had twisted it somehow and could no longer stand on his own.
Damn.
At this point, the room changed back to the same trash-filled room, devoid of any humans, and we both agreed it would be best if we got the hell out of there as quickly as possible.
Oh, yeah? Yeah?
My friend, not being able to walk properly, required my assistance.
Shit.
And it took us ages to make our way down multiple flights of stairs to the ground.
Man.
Along the way, we heard a baby laughing, which was the final straw. And it felt like an eternity until we had made it safely back to the bottom.
Oh, my God.
Into the night we went, and to an emergency room for my friend.
Considering what the hell just happened, something or somebody twisted my ankle, so now I can't walk. Okay? There's a whole lot of paranormal shit going on in this abandoned hospital, right? Light came on out of nowhere. We hearing voices and shit. The light went off for some reason. Changed the whole room when it went back on. You know what? I am done with hospitals. Just saying. We go from an abandoned cluck hospital to a regular hospital. I'm done with hospital. Like, really? Considering what the hell just happened, you want to take me to another hospital? And be honest with you, to be honest, if I was the friend like that didn't get clocked up, like with the ankle and shit, to be honest, my exact words and how I would react to my friend ankle getting twisted or whatever, like where he can't walk, I would have said, damn! And I would have just left, like dead ass.
We reported what had happened at the abandoned building, which the nurse only half believed. However, she did arrange for a police car to be dispatched out there to check it out.
Really?
We never heard the result.
Okay.
The next day, my friend's foot was in a cast. His ankle had somehow sustained a fracture. He was devastated that he was unable to play in the big game. As it turned out, there were college scouts there, and my friend was unable to showcase his skills.
Damn.
And due to the extent of his injury still being unknown, he was given no consideration for a scholarship. He was heartbroken. We ended up losing the game that night, and we were shattered. We didn't really keep in touch much post that. I went on to study business at a fairly unknown college, and he went on to become a computer programmer. As without a scholarship, medical school was no longer in his reach. His dream of becoming a surgeon never eventuated, and I often thought about that night and how things would have turned out differently on the court if he was able to play. But as it turns out, the reason for his call was that he wanted to tell me it was one of the best things that had ever happened to him. Really? I asked.
He possessed.
So, he explained that over a year or so into his computer science degree, he had several fits over several weeks. He was then diagnosed with epilepsy, which would have ruled him out of becoming a surgeon, at least for many, many years. With medication, he was able to manage the fits and went on to design a revolutionary research software package for children's hospitals, which had untold current and future benefits.
Sus!
I told him I thought this was fantastic, but had to ask why he chose to develop a software package for children's hospitals. He said he didn't really know, but after what happened that night in the abandoned hospital, and after not winning a scholarship, something had continued to drive him to lend a hand to medical science.
Oh, yeah.
Somehow. We talked for a few more minutes before ending the call, promising to catch up again sometime soon, both knowing we probably wouldn't. When I think about that night, I really have no explanation as to what it was we saw, or what happened to my friend. I guess I'll never know.
Why do you have your socks off? What the fuck? That was so ill. You're sus. I'm dying. That was so. Why the fuck did he have his socks off? Why did he have his socks off, bro? Like, that is so weird. That is such like a possessed thing. Just saying, bro. Like, god damn. And then I feel like because his friend was with them in the abandoned hospital and he touched him and he helped him out and he basically carried him down the flight of steps, I felt like he's gonna get possessed too. That's just how I feel. I don't really know. So yeah, you know, when they was talking on that building, like across the street from the hospital, the abandoned hospital, and the light turned on and they heard some noises, that's when they should have just hauled ass and act like they didn't hear anything or see anything and just went on about their business. That's all I'm saying. You know, because they knew it was abandoned. But they still wanted to go check it out. They still wanted to go see what was going on, even though it was abandoned and it wasn't really it wasn't really no people in there except for like some strays and some homeless people. But as far as like a working hospital, no, they knew that. They knew that, but still was on some cluck stuff. That doesn't make any sense. So they went in there with the intentions of getting clocked up. Okay. Was it mutual? Was it mutual though? Like, did they both wanted to go in there? Or one of them wanted to go in there, but because they were friends, they both, you know what I mean? I don't know. All I know is they knew it was abandoned for years. No workers, no signs of getting rebuilt. It was just abandoned for years. Okay. So now years later, the same guy that got clucked up is now possibly possessed. And I feel like he's trying to get his friend to join the other side. God damn. 47. But no, that's crazy. Yeah, I would definitely be done with hospitals and anything medical whatsoever. So yeah, all it takes for me is just one time, one bad experience, and I'm done. Keep it cool, keep it classy, and I love you. Stay happy. My family.